Hi, welcome to our new reading garden outdoors here at the Bronxville Public Library. This has been a wonderful labor of love, 2 years in the planning with a year's worth of fundraising. We have a lot of folks to thank from the village to the state and of course our wonderful generous patrons. So they will all be gathered here for the ceremony, and then you will be able to use this space for everything from children's to adult programming and just to grab a coffee with a friend and read a wonderful book. It's Wi-Fi equipped and of course a beautiful space. So we hope you'll come and enjoy. The Friends of the Bronxville Public Library give it to you from their heart, along with all the other people who've helped with it. So enjoy this space. I'm Monica Melpass. Hope to see you here.
My name is Greg Wazzola. I'm the library director here at Bronxville Public Library. So I would like to start the ceremony off by thanking all of you for showing up. When I first came here 8.5 years ago, I was really struck by the beauty of the library building. As a former framer, I take great interest in the beauty and structured quality of buildings, and actually this is one of the reasons why I decided to accept the position here at the library. Who would not want to come to this building every day?
Yeah.
You know, it's absolutely, my father was impressed. My father was not a person who was easily impressed. So, and being in a curious sort, I looked into the history of the building. I thought it was like the last remnant of an old estate nestled in the low hills of southern Westchester. However, I found out that it was actually purpose-built as a library in 1942 in the style of a grand mansion, so you felt at home when you came here. It was a place of comfort and a place of welcome. That, coupled with the wonderful staff, whose sole interest is to serve the good people of Bronxville, makes this absolutely the best place to work and the jewel of the village of Bronxville. Now we're gathered here today to dedicate the grand opening of this outdoor patio. Like the library, a patio purpose-built to provide an outdoor space where one could enjoy the best of Bronxville itself. The patio, from its conception, design, funding, and construction, was a community effort, and I'm humbled by my small part in its creation. Lastly, to the donors of the project, your generosity is only exceeded by our gratitude. Thank you. Now, Margaret Major. Where's Margaret?
Thank you, Greg, and thank you all for being here on this glorious morning and occasion. I'm Margaret Major, and I am a library lover. For 15 years, I've been supporting the Bronxville Library as a patron, a donor, a past president of the Friends, and more recently, a library trustee. And I can wholeheartedly say that this is a very special place, deeply valued by the village residents and staffed by a fantastic group of caring professionals. Think about this. There are not many truly public places left in America today. Places that do not require permission, money, social status in order to access. One place, though, remains open to everyone and requires nothing from its visitors. You can stay all day and you don't have to do or buy a thing. That place is the public library. There are many reasons why libraries, including ours, remain important in the digital age, and let me offer a few. Libraries promote literacy and lifelong learning. They offer terrific programs that educate and entertain. They provide access to technology. Sometimes they are warming centers, cooling centers, and phone charging centers when trees and power lines fall. Libraries are truly a safe place for kids to hang out. And of course, libraries still have books that you can check out for free. But most importantly, to this day, libraries are places that provide a sense of community. For over 100 years, the Bronxville Public Library has been a special place for all Bronxvillians, from tiny tots to senior citizens. The addition of this gorgeous new patio reflects our collective commitment to making our beloved library even more special and welcoming. Without a doubt, it was the vision and leadership of library trustee Christina Kretikos, round of applause, that made the Reading Garden a reality, along with the tireless work of the Friends of the Bronxville Public Library Board, all of whom are here, led by their president, Carolyn Matson.
Yeah.
I am truly in awe of both of you. But it was the financial and moral support of Mayor Marvin, the village trustees, and Assemblywoman Amy Paulin that made the project a public-private partnership of the very best kind. Thank you. We are honored to have Assemblywoman Paulin, as well as State Senator Shelley Mayer.
Yeah.
Yep. County Executive George Latimer. And I believe County Legislator James Nolan is also here somewhere. We're honored to have them with us here today, showing their support for libraries and the Bronxville community. Here's a fun fact. There are 38 libraries serving just under 1 million people in Westchester County. While each library is funded locally by its taxpayers, the state provides special grants that truly make a difference. And the county funds the interlibrary loan system, which allows Westchester libraries to stretch book budgets and increase circulation by sharing collections. We thank you for that, George. I'm now going to turn the mic over to Assemblywoman Amy Paulin, a fellow library lover. She has consistently supported the Bronxville Library over many years through multiple and sizable New York State SAM grants. Amy, we can't thank you enough for being a devoted friend and a library advocate in Albany. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to thank all of you, because giving me an opportunity to contribute to a project that enhances a library is just so meaningful. It's my earliest and most treasured memory of my mother was going to the library. She was an avid reader, and it was at the library that she could just put me in the building while she went off and took out books. I know, when you said you could still take out a book, I'm thinking, wow, to me, that's what a library is still all about. I still like to hold a book, a newspaper. That's just what I enjoy. And I see my kids, and of course, everything is digitized, and even books, which of course most of you probably do as well, but I still like to hold that book. And this is the place that allows you to do that. This is a space that everyone in the community will enjoy. It's really just to your vision and your love of libraries, everyone in this community, everyone in Westchester County. I wouldn't be here without the support and encouragement of my colleagues who are here, George Latimer and Shelley Mayer, who also contributed to this incredible space. So I just want to, again, thank you for giving me an opportunity to continue my mom's legacy. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Christina Kretikos, President of the Board of Trustees of the Bronxville Public Library. 3 years ago, during COVID, we completed a strategic planning process and community-wide survey to learn what our residents and patrons want from our library. The voices were loud and clear. We need an outdoor gathering space where people in our community can meet for small and large gatherings and to connect in person. Today, we celebrate with our very first large gathering on our brand new patio, that vision coming to fruition. We have so many people to thank for bringing this project to life in less than a year and a half, from design, fundraising, construction. So I will go through a long list of thank yous, but really this was as we keep saying, a labor of love for so many people. I'd like to thank Mayor Marvin, who has enthusiastically supported this project from the start and made our collaboration with the village seamless. Thank you also to village trustees, Mary Taylor Bearings, Bob Underhill, Bill Fredericks, and Helen Knapp right behind me. Helen has collaborated with us on the library board for several years now, starting with strategic planning and through this project today. She has been instrumental. And our last shout out to Jim Palmer. I'm not sure where he is, but
Right
Jim, there you are. He makes everything in our village happen.
Yes, he does.
Thank you, Jim. On the library side, we have an incredible board of trustees who made reimagining our outdoor space our highest strategic priority. I'd like to thank Kevin Charlton and Bob Shearer, who both recently rolled off the board after 6 years of service. Diana Dykert, Tom Dordovic, Brian Doherty, Nina Evison, Margaret Major, Josh Rucci, and our newest trustees, Will Fulton and Charlotte Sullivan. I am so proud to be part of this group. I'd also like to thank Katie Hood, who gave us a crash course in Fundraising 101 and the words to accompany our vision.
Yes, thank you.
Now, onto our fearless BPL Outdoors team who embraced the challenge a year and a half ago of creating this space. Margaret Major brought her leadership skills as past president of the Friends and served as president of the board during this initiative. Tom Dordovic, our architect, envisioned the siting of this space and also incorporated so many of the special details, such as these custom designed benches you'll see around the perimeter, which incidentally were made by the same fabricators as the benches of the High Line in the city.
Yeah.
Oh. Charlotte Sullivan brought her legal and design expertise and ensured that all our design choices went really well with our historic building.
Yay, Charlotte.
Amy Brown took the fall appeal and fundraising level to entirely new heights for the library. Here's Carolyn. Carolyn Matson served as president of the Friends for 2 years to oversee this project from start to finish, which has been the most ambitious project in Friends history. I already mentioned Helen Knapp, who served as our village liaison. And lastly, where's Greg?
He's doing something.
Oh, Greg, our fearless library director. Who not only leads the daily operations of the library, he also, as he mentioned, brings a construction background, which comes in extremely handy for big projects like this one. This project would not have happened without the skill and dedication of this group of people. So please join me in, again, thanking everyone on the BPL Outdoors team. To the team who built this for us, Tony and Luigi Casal and their entire team of skilled craftsmen, thank you for bringing another fresh new space to life in our village.
Yeah.
They also recently completed Maltby Park. The space is stunning because of you guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
And last but certainly not least, I'd like to extend our immense gratitude to the visionary who designed this space for us, Ronan Wilk. Ronan is a partner at Peter Gisolfi Associates, which is the firm that renovated and expanded our library over 20 years ago. He took our initial requirements and created a design that simply blew us away and delivered the huge wow that you all see today. The level of detail, the integration of the old and the new, you'll see the marble detailing around the perimeter of the patio and in several small details. That was the original marble steps of the building, which was marble from the Tuckahoe Quarry. This is now designed into our patio, which is really special for us. The overall gracefulness of this space is due to Ronen's vision. He has been an integral part in redefining outdoor spaces at other public libraries as well, including Greenwich and Darien. So for all of us library lovers, we thank you, Ronen, for bringing more public spaces to our patrons that draw them to our libraries. Thank you. It has been a privilege leading this team effort. Today, you witnessed the culmination of the hard work of so many people. We keep saying this was a labor of love, because it truly was a labor of love. All of us, as we keep mentioning, love the library. You all on the patio love the library, and that is what we celebrate today. With that, I will turn it over to Carolyn Matson and Amy Brown, President and Vice President of the Friends of the Bronxville Public Library.
Thank you, Christina, and thanks everybody for coming. We really do need to give another round of applause to Christina because she really has been the project manager extraordinaire on this project, and it was really her foresight and undertaking that has brought us all here today. So I'm Carolyn Matson. I'm president of the Friends of the Bronxville Public Library, along with Amy Brown, and we're so happy that you guys have all come today to celebrate this project. We started, I don't know if you all saw our beautiful flyer or mailer earlier last fall, but it had a quote on it. We started with this quote from Cicero: "If you have a garden and a library, you have everything you need." And today we celebrate both our library and our new reading garden, all made possible by the people who are here today. So thank you all very much. As we've mentioned, with contributions from the village and New York State and donations from individuals, we were able to reach our goal in less than a year. And you all heard our call and really responded, and we can't thank you all enough. The people we acknowledge here today contributed over half of the cost of this project and allowed us to design a space that fully reflects Bronxville's character and charm. For this, we are extremely, extremely grateful. We are indebted to 4 donors who stepped up early in the process and gave this project wings to fly, and that's Deirdre and Michael Daheny. Leah and Clayton Pope, Irene Von Yellen and Frank Emil Salerno and family who are here today, and then Georgia Wall and Donald Gogel. So thank you all very much.
We would also like to thank an anonymous donor, as well as Carolyn and Patrick Matson, who contributed at a significant level as well. Carolyn deserves a very special thank you for her leadership of the Friends over the course of this legacy project. It was an honor to work with her.
Thank you so much.
Lastly, we'd like to acknowledge all our donors who gave at leadership levels. Our thanks to Mary and Chris Berenz, Amy and Anthony Savale, Gemma Clark and Stark Sands, Romy and David Coquelet, Nina and Christopher Evison, Marilyn and John Hill, Denise Kaludis and Chris Ryan, Helen Knapp and Charles Cagliostro, Christina Kretikos and Kevin White, Jocelyn and Peter Longo, Margaret and Ronald Major, Mary Marvin, and Carolyn, do you want to finish the list?
Right. And the remainders are Carolyn and Donald Moriarty, Corinne and Jim O'Mara, Jessica and Brian Sestak, Jennifer and Brad Siegert, Charlotte and Ryan Sullivan, Karen Sprogus Sullivan and Barry Sullivan, Lauren and Dan Toll, Deborah Van Eck, and Sarah Zion and Tashar Shaw. So thank you all very much. There are, of course, many other donors who gave to this project, but we definitely want to highlight the people who really made an impact. So thank you all so much. We also have the team of friends who I'd like to thank because, as Christina mentioned, we did undertake the largest project of the Friends in history. So they deserve a round of applause, and I would like to say them by name. Amy Brown, who's our vice president, Zahabia Branch, Daria Drew Ficazola, Susan Gordon, Monica Malpass, Denise Mulvihill, Shivali Patel, Emily Toole Polakowski, Kara Martin Ruley, Charlotte Sullivan, who is now moved over to the trustees, and Margaret Wong. They've been a tremendous asset, put in many volunteer hours, and we just can't thank them enough. So thank you all. Oh, and Julie Latham. Julie, I'm sorry, Julie. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. In addition, we'd also like to thank some past presidents, Reka Wagner and Lauren Toll, who were instrumental in the strategic planning process. So thank you all very much. But mostly we like to thank our donors and our patrons for making our library the great place it is. So thank you all very much for your generosity and continued support of this beautiful space. So thank you. Oh, and I hand it over to Helen. Sorry. I'm so worried about missing Julie's name.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So thank all of you so much for being here today. As members of the village government, representing the mayor, my fellow trustees, and members of the village administration, it's with great pleasure and pride that we recognize today the vision, dedication, hard work, and generosity of so many people that made this reading garden a reality. It's a true symbol of collaboration and community spirit, and the village's partnership and funding contribution reflects our shared commitment to enhancing public spaces and enriching the lives of our residents and neighbors. The library is truly one of the pillars of our community, and our partnership on this project is the reflection of a long and close relationship between the library and the village government. I did not realize that originally the library was housed in the same building as the village hall when it was located where the soccer store is now at the end of town. So when the government and the library outgrew their spaces, the town planners had the vision to place our two new buildings right across the street from each other on the four corners, and they were both dedicated in 1942. So I guess it was always hoped that the government would always be inspired by all the knowledge and wisdom across the street. And I hope so, yes? Yeah.
Here, here.
Yeah. So the planning process for this garden was a true collaboration from the very beginning, as you've heard, involving input from community members, architects, library staff, village hall, the list goes on, and of course directed with vision and energy by the amazing steering committee led by Christina Kretikos. When everybody says how amazing it is to have gotten this done in a year and a half, that's the energy and enthusiasm and strong energy of Christina.
Determination.
Yes. So then the result is this beautiful outdoor space that expands the offering of the library and will serve as a quiet space for reading and reflection, surrounded by the beautiful trees and flowers, as well as a community gathering space. The garden will be accessible to all, so everyone in our community and neighboring areas can benefit. So you've already heard about the many people who have contributed to this project, and we're so grateful for everyone. It's really a hallmark of this community that neighbors, community members, the school, not-for-profits, the government, we can all come together and share this vision and work together to make these kind of projects a reality. This garden belongs to all of us and shows what we can achieve when we work together with a shared vision and purpose. Thank you. Thank you so much to all of you. And the mayor. Now I introduce the mayor.
I think I was only invited for my scissors. I just want to mention we have a wonderful rain garden over there, and that is so important given the climate issues this village has, that the library not only added the marble but remembered how helpful. We're actually, Mr. Palmer, am I correct? We're increasing the permeable surface here. Because God knows flooding is my life now. Yeah. But I just thought, dying to use my scissors, and I just think we should end today with those wonderful words of Cicero. This is how this project started. Cicero said, if you have a garden and a library, you have everything you need. And today, Bronxville, I feel like we have everything. Thank you.
Thank you.
Should we cut the everybody?
Go ahead. We're in the back.
You guys stand on either side of Mary.
Sorry. And Amy? Yeah.
You're not going to be missed.
Okay.
The count of three.
Ready they were.
1, 2, 3.
No, it's time for cake. Yeah.
We do have water and cookies and a cake and sparkling water. So grab something back there. Toast with a little champagne.
Thank you for coming. That was beautiful.
Mayor, tell us, why is this space special and what do you think is great for the community about it?
Well, I think, first of all, the partnership is what makes me so excited. It's the public-private. The library brought the idea to Village Hall. We said we were all in. Our work together just meshed seamlessly. And then the citizens of Bronxville again came out in force with their generosity. So this is truly a labor of love of the entire village.
And now everyone can enjoy it. And what do you picture yourself doing here? Reading with a friend or taking a class?
I picture myself bringing my 2 grandsons who like to read outside better than inside. And I love the benches that sort of evoke the High Line and our city connection. And then probably my favorite thing here is the reclaiming of the stairs.
The marble.
That were made out of Tuckahoe marble. So we have our neighbor Tuckahoe represented, and we have our connection to New York City. I just love the synergy of this place.
I do too. Well, thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome.
Beautiful. Thank you. What does this new beautiful space mean for the community?
Oh gosh, I just think it's such a great addition to the community because the library has always been such an important part of the community, and to enhance this outdoor space just adds more opportunity for residents and neighbors to come and enjoy the services of the library inside and outside, and it's just such a gorgeous space to be able to enjoy it all year round, really. It's just a wonderful opportunity for the community.
So, Ronan, how did you come up with the concept for this, and what was your idea behind it?
So, design is a process and is a result of a collaboration. So we had a great team here. We had, obviously the team from the library, and then the village with the support, because everything also has to be prioritized in a timely manner, approvals, support, money. As far as the library board and the library team, they were great. So we came together. We did a lot of preliminary work. There were a lot of discussions, meetings. We made a lot of different options. And at the end, we came up with the best solution that fits what they wanted, which the most important thing is accessibility, aesthetics, circulation, flexibility of spaces, function of spaces, People have to do a lot of different things here. They need to have like passive activities. They need to be more sort of pop-up performance spaces that the space can serve for. There's activities for kids. It has to function technically with drainage. Like we have the rain garden, which is, it's solves stormwater management issues, but at the same time, it's a great example that the village wanted to show that this is something that everybody needs to think about and try to incorporate in order to make every project a lot more sustainable.
Okay. And you also repurposed some historic marble steps. Tell me about that and what function that plays now.
Yes, so there was a lot of historic marble in the old site, or the site that was here before. It's not that old, it's only a few months. That came from the Tuckahoe marble, came from Tuckahoe quarries. So as we were starting the process, we tried to think how to use this material, repurpose it, keep it in the project, have a sort of connection to the past functions of the site. So we just incorporate it in different places, a threshold, at borders, so it's still here and it still sort of ties the new design to the previous design. Okay.
Okay. Amy, tell me what had to happen to make this come together as a public-private partnership.
Well, the community members reached out to my office. We're always looking to support libraries in my office. So they reached out and explained what the project was about and said, are there any funds that might be available? And we did a little research and found that we did have the ability to give a sizable contribution.
So there was state money, village money, private donors. That is a wonderful collaboration of public-private money. That's not often the case, right?
No, I think there's a unique collaboration, and around libraries generally, but especially in the village of Bronxville.
Wonderful. It's wonderful to have you as part of that. Thank you for your help.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Tell me what, quickly, were the challenges and what you're proud of about this project.
I think the most important thing is that we're able to celebrate today. We pushed the schedule. We made sure we had everything done. A lot of these items have long lead times, so we pushed to get it done. The blue stain came out beautiful. The iPay bench is gorgeous. The steps came out nice, reusing the marble, the landscaping. Everything was really thought out, and it was good that we could execute it.
Not an easy space, and I know there were so many goals to accomplish. We had to put in Wi-Fi, get the drainage for flooding possible purposes, also add, seating, hardscape, softscape is the landscaping with the trees and bushes. So that's a lot to pull together in a year and a half. Good for you. Tell us how you pulled that off.
Yeah, it's I have a great team with me, between electricians and the guys that work for me, my guys in the office. And it's a small space, but there's a lot of things going on in this space under the ground that a lot don't realize. But we were able to get it done, and even the architect we work with, he helped us along the way to make sure he didn't hold us up. And we do this all the time. So
here we are today.
Here we are today.
All right. Thank you, Luigi.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Thanks. So tell me, first of all, what was your vision, and how do you think that will transform the use of the library?
So we really looked at programming the outdoor space at the library and having more hardscape for tables and chairs, and for people to come out and have sort of areas that they could sit by themselves and read or relax, and then also have small group gatherings. The idea of having these integrated benches into the landscape came from sort of the rhythm of books on a library shelf, and that aesthetic and how that plays into the design of the exterior part of the library.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Perfect. All right, so George, tell me what you think of this new outdoor area.
It's nice. The seating, it's cool. Like the benches, the custom benches, makes it look nice.
Great. And what do you think, Ryan? Will you be coming here with your friends sometimes to hang out?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna, because I like sitting inside here, but it's nice that now we can come out here and sit outside and
do some reading or hanging out with your friends?
Yeah.
Okay. And so if they have classes or fun things to do, will you come?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you like about being outdoors?
It's just nice, the fresh air, and the bench is comfortable here, and yeah.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. Well, enjoy. This is a special day. It's a long-term vision, 2 years in the planning, a year in the fundraising, and so this has got to feel amazing to you. Tell me about that.
Yes, it is a real joy to celebrate this day today. We have had a team, the Friends of the Bronxville Public Library have worked really hard in connection with the BPL Outdoors Committee and the village, and I think we've done a great job working together and building a beautiful patio that our patrons and community can enjoy. So this day is, yes, a huge celebration.
It's a long time in coming. It takes a village, literally, and our area happens to be a village. So what makes this just a special tingly day for you, Amy?
Honestly, it was such an honor to be able to be a part of this process and to be able to contribute to the inception of this space that will be here for generations and to be enjoyed by every resident of every age. So it's a thrill.
All right, so Leah, what's exciting about this moment for you and what got you involved here?
Well, it's a great moment. My husband and I both grew up in the village and are now raising our children in the village. So we have been longtime users of the library, and this was just a really special opportunity for us to continue supporting an institution that we love and use frequently.
And to have legacy involved in that for your children, right? To see that.
Exactly. I think, the library is literally the cornerstone of the village and such an important institution. And we just wanted to, help create a space that other people can enjoy.
So what can you envision out here? I know the library has some ideas, but what are you thinking would be cool to do out here?
I just think it's a great place to stop by on any given day, whether you're using the library or not. I can definitely see my kids coming here after school to maybe do homework in a perfect world, but really just enjoying the outdoors, having a coffee with a friend, just another outdoor space to really enjoy the village, especially during these beautiful months.
Yes, thank you. Marianne, tell me what is special and what are the possibilities about this outdoor space?
This is so beautiful. It's so nice to be able to have the patrons come outside, sit down, be able to read, to have activities out here for the adults and children. And it's just so beautiful to look at every day when we walk in.
It adds to what is already a very special place, but you've been here 37 years working at this library. You've really seen it all. It must be so special to see an outdoor living room grow at this special place, in effect.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, it's just amazing. I never thought we'd have a space like this outdoors, where you could just literally come sit down, read a book, eat your lunch, just to be able to sit down and talk to people. Also, it's that's the thing about the library now. It's really more of a meeting place. It's a community meeting place for everyone. We have so many great events now, and with that, now it's even expanding our possibility of having events with outdoor events too.
Lovely. There's already 100 children member book. Well, let me say that a different way. There are 100 kids that come to the story hour on a typical day. Yes. So if it's a rainy day before and the grass is wet, now they can sit here.
Absolutely.
So
yes.
It just doesn't stop. It's a wonderful place.
It really is. It really is just beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Greg, what do you find exciting and what are some of the possibilities for this outdoor space for this community?
Well, everything needs a renewal every once in a while, and this is a perfect way to really enhance the space. Everybody likes being out here. If you come out here during the summer, you'll see people on the lawn with lawn chairs and towels and everything. So this has always been some sort of conception in everybody's mind. They just couldn't pull it together, and finally it all came together. And this is much better. You have the nice big open patio for small programs, the upper space for people to sit. You have the rain garden, which for the village of Bronxville is very important with the whole flooding issue. So it's a model for everybody what they could do in their yards to help the village as a whole.
So you can foresee young and old of every background.
Because that's a nice learning experience. I don't know if you saw the sign explains the rain garden and everything. So yeah, we can Tai Chi, cards, small little concerts, summer reading, all that stuff. Used by everybody. It's really a community effort to be used by the whole community.
Okay. Thank you, Greg.
Fantastic.
So we hope you'll come use this magnificent space. It truly is an outdoor living room, and it's your room. So take a painting class that the library sponsors, come do a book club, see an author speak, bring your children and play, or just sit under a tree with our beautiful hardscape. You can enjoy the flowers and hear the birds and use your library. It's all for you. I'm Monica Melpass. Have a great day.